Oh, back again. Trevor in a remote location. Are you hiding from somebody or what's going on?
Creepy photo. Nolan Mark keeps showing up at my house.
I get it.
I had to go into witness protection.
Him and his brother are some weirdos, you know?
Yeah, dude, I really was hiding from Riley.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen.
No, yes, I am house sitting at my grandmother's. She is in Florida, which is you gotta love that. And this is basically like my little vacation.
Nice. Yeah, it's always nice when you get to like stay somewhere else for extended.
Yeah, and it's it's I do have to watch 3 yapping ass dogs.
Yeah, it happens.
But update, they're doing better at not pooping or peeing in the house. Which unfortunately, poop or pee in the house falls under house sitter cleanup duty.
Yeah. Well, that also falls over like your responsibilities. Like you have to let them out so that doesn't happen.
Yes, but when I'm at work for 8 hours, but next door there is a babysitter for the children that are young enough to not go to school, and she has been letting them out. I think because I've been coming home and it's golden over here, so it's just a little vacay for your boy.
Nice. Yeah, your grandma picked a good time to go to Florida, as now it's 40 degrees and
40 degrees and raining. Yes, and last time I was house sitting, I actually have been here while we did a podcast before, and I got to go outside. The only other room besides the living room in this house is the bedroom.
Nice.
So that's why I am in this very comfy bed. And if you see me sit back and relax,
just relax.
It's because I'm on vacay, baby.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
And brand new iPhone 17. So I had to show it off at some point.
Yeah, you look super clear. Maybe your phone won't get as hot this time.
That's the one. That's why I was upset. The one feature that doesn't come with the iPhone 17 is the phone doesn't get as hot as the surface of the sun while on this.
Yeah,
I kind of miss it.
There's like a cooling thing, like
I don't know what these guys at Apple, they get better every time. I tell you.
Yeah, it's just like these guys and their technology. They just like to show off that they created something new and goofy.
Yeah.
These guys, they're just the worst. Make us buy everything underneath the sun. It's just like, hey, we invented this new thing every other 6 months.
Yeah, and we make sure that it breaks in 2 years, so you have to buy a new thing.
That's what they do with everything now. Is they do not make it the same, and they force you to buy stuff. It's with anything.
I'm about to go back to the Nokia brick phones.
I mean, you could do that, but I
don't. They'll survive a nuclear
apocalypse. Riley Mark here.
Oh, good God!
The show, fellas.
Does you think he knows where I'm at?
I don't know. I wouldn't say much more.
Okay.
He could follow you. I don't know. Don't leave a bag of Doritos laying around.
Oh no! Does he love Doritos?
Yeah, he can consume like 12 bags of Doritos in one sitting.
Do you know what his favorite flavor is?
I think just nacho cheese.
What's your favorite flavor? There's one right answer.
I would say Cool Ranch.
Sweet spicy chili, bro.
Sweet spicy chili. I don't know about all that.
Oh, dude, the purple bag is elite.
I don't know. I like Cool Ranch or
Cool Ranch was good.
Nacho cheese, or there's like a light blue bag you can only get at like Costco.
What do we got happening in there?
It's like Buffalo Ranch or something.
Ooh, I could dabble in that.
Something like that. What's he saying here? Just bought 12 McChickens. See how many I could. He supposedly tells me that he could eat like 15 McChickens in one sitting.
I think I could eat 8.
8 in one sitting.
Yeah, I would be really full, but I didn't get 8 down.
No, he told me his McDonald order once, and it was ridiculous. It was like a double quarter pounder with cheese, large
Mm-hmm.
fry, like 5 McChickens, 20 McNuggets,
That can't be real.
like a shake, a large Coke. Like he just like rattled. I'm like, that's like $50.
Yeah, sometimes I get 4 daily doubles and a large fry, and I feel terrible about myself. So that actually
4
kind of
daily
makes me.
doubles. What's even a daily double?
Oh, Caleb, you got to get. Let me tell you something. So it's burger, okay, and then you get lettuce, tomato. I think onion and mayonnaise.
On a burger
That's it.
at McDonald's, they have tomato.
Yeah, dude, it's good. Daily doubles. Next time you go to McDonald's, I go to McDonald's like once a month because if I go more than that, I have a crisis.
All right, he says double quarter pounder with cheese, extra cheese, no pickle, 20
No
piece
pickle.
20-piece nugget, 2 McChickens, a large fry, large drink, and a large shake.
That's really bad,
That
dude.
is ridiculous. Creepy photo says $50. Easy,
I
dude. That is
wonder. That's insane. Creepy photo Noah Mark, go ahead and throw yours in there too. Let's compare.
how many calories? Let me chat
Oh,
GBT.
bro.
Let me chat GBT this.
Oh my god. Are we sure we want to do this to Riley?
Yeah, we're gonna do it.
Oh, this is like an intervention. Bro, that's insane.
Double quarter pounder with cheese. 20 nuggets.
Extra cheese.
2 McChickens. Large fry.
Should we go with like a Coke Zero just for the benefit of the doubt?
Large Coke.
Oh, we're going straight Coke.
Large shake. All right, Chat GBT. Total calories is 4,150 calories.
My God.
It is 740 calories for the burger, 940 for nuggets, 800 for the McChickens. McChickens are dangerously unhealthy. 490 for the fries, 380 for a Coke, 800 for a shake. 4,150 total. Estimated
You know what?
anywhere from 1,400 to 1,200 or
We're
4,100.
we're gonna say that our boy Riley is on like a David Goggins level workout schedule.
No, he has lost a lot of weight. This is what he says here. That was 300-pound Riley, not the 200-pound one. So what's the 200-pound one? But no, he has lost a lot of weight actually.
Oh,
Over the
good for
years.
him. Good job, Riley.
But yeah, he told me this, and I was like, "This is ridiculous. Like, how can one eat that much?"
Dude, I thought I could eat a lot.
Dude, that's a lot of food.
I can throw down, bro.
Like,
But like
when
that's
you
insane.
like break it down like by like calorie of like what everything is, it just makes you feel gross.
Every time I think about McDonald's, I feel a little gross.
All right,
I just never feel
large
good.
Big Mac meal and Dr.
I can get behind that.
He went from this
Yeah.
to
I can get behind dude, that's something similar to what I would get, probably.
but after I would eat
Oh
all that, I would
no.
go home and eat dinner. Oh my god. Then like he was having like 5,000 calories a day, dude.
That's not counting lunch or breakfast.
All right, let me ask how many calories is a Big Mac meal and large Dr. Pepper?
Large Big Mac meal, large Dr. Pepper. This is similar to my order. This is something I would dabble in. I'd probably go Coke Zero, Diet Coke here, but not too bad.
Large fry and large Dr. Pepper. All right, 1,460.
3,000 calorie difference.
Yeah, big difference. Now the going home and eating dinner afterwards is just
It still could be somewhat of an issue.
590 calories for a Big Mac, 490 for large fries, 380.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Large fry?
You
I
like
didn't know that.
break it down like that, it makes you feel disgusting. Since we sit here and talk about college football, let's talk about the slasher series of I don't even know
What's the best slasher? Well, Riley,
Um,
I'll tell you, most overrated is Jason Voorhees, and that hurts my soul because I am a big Jason fan.
I'm gonna go with the best. So basically, the best killer.
Yeah.
Um,
I think I'll give you my answer, and this is based off of the quality of movies.
all
I
right,
think this character has gotten the best movies. I'm gonna go with Freddy Krueger.
Freddy Krueger. Not a bad choice. Not a bad choice. Um. All right, Riley says Michael Myers beats any of them hands down. Nolan's
What?
going with Dexter.
Uh,
Outside of the
okay.
box there.
Freddy
Uh,
Krueger would absolutely dismantle Dexter.
I mean, they all have their their little quirks there. I'd go with Pennywise
Mhm.
the clown. You can
Ooh, that's a good one.
can never can never go wrong with a clown. I mean, he's a
Yeah,
little dangerous. Mike is 6'8", 250. Yeah, it doesn't mean
but
anything. Shows a little strength.
also I
He
would
wouldn't
say
mind LeBron.
Michael Myers is just a dude.
That's what I'm saying. Like Pennywise the clown, like he can like morph into
Yeah.
different things. He can go into cellars. Um, but Pennywise runs off of fear, so he won't scare Michael. Yeah, he'd terrify them all. That's what he does.
So I would say so Michael Myers is kind of just a dude. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm taking my back. Leatherface is the best one.
Leatherface.
Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the first one is amazing. Texas Chainsaw Massacre Beginnings, that's not that bad of a movie either. Leatherface is my favorite.
I'm sticking with mine.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I picked a great one. It's no big deal. He gets, terrifies children, does what he
Yeah.
does. It's that time. It's around that time for Halloween next week. Who would have thought?
Yeah. We should do a Halloween special where we have a fun little dress up.
I don't know about a dress up, but
You could just throw like a jersey on or something. You could dress up as Mike Ditka.
yeah, I thought about doing that.
That would be perfect. You already kind of got the stash.
When am I going to get a spot on the pod? Well, we'll have to see. You know,
Is that
you
a
can come
PR
on.
risk?
You can come on if you are willing to eat the 5,000 calorie meal.
Just thinking
Right,
about that as having
Riley,
pain going
no,
down my left
no
shoulder.
joke. If you sit here and you eat that meal, you can come on this podcast.
Oh, we can't do that to him again, dude. He's lost so much weight.
Oh, he'd do it again for fame. I mean, we are in the Michigan locker room, Trevor.
We are in the Michigan locker room.
Bet when and where? Uh, 2 weeks. Wednesday's show. Wednesday's show in 2 weeks. That would be November 5th.
Man, I'm excited for that, dude. I wonder how long it takes.
And I'll double the calorie. No, you
You
won't.
can't. Riley, you'll die. Riley, you'll literally have a heart attack and die.
No, you know what we should do? So we should have him in here. Like he's
Yeah.
just eating the entire podcast and we're just
hmm
still talking about sports and he's eating in like the third camera.
Yeah.
We'll just
I
do
was
like check-ins
thinking,
like every once in a while.
me and you will tag team that meal. He has to eat it by himself. We'll have a little
Oh,
race.
I don't know. I don't know. We maybe, but I think it'd be funny if we just have him in the third camera underneath us,
Yeah.
and we just periodically check in as he like eats his food.
And he's not allowed to speak until it's gone.
Yeah,
He's got to do like the mouth thing, like where they show their mouth and show that there's no food in their mouth.
yeah. Survivor. We just got to
Yeah.
get on
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
I can eat 2 Little Caesars pizzas still if I want to. Now
I think I could put one down. I could put a Little Caesars pizza down.
it's like the Shane Gillis thing where he talks about like eating the pizza. He's like, yeah, you get like one piece and like that never
Yep.
happened. Then you get like two and you're like, oh, okay, I'm at 2 now, and then you get another one and then another
Yeah.
one.
Well, you when the box is at the table, you just pick one up and eat it. You don't even put it on the plate. That piece
No,
of pizza doesn't even count.
no,
You just smash like two before you even sit down.
yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think like when we just go to your grandmother's house, how many pizzas would we get at a time?
Oh, bro.
A lot.
Probably 5 or 6.
Yeah, it's just
And that's probably like what, like 6 or 7, 8, middle school age children.
yeah. And that was supposed to last us the weekend, and it never did.
No, it lasted us maybe 2 hours. Maybe, bro. John
Not,
Porter's mean eating contest. Here he goes again with this John Pork stuff.
not gonna entertain it. Like the way you think, Trev. Oh, here we go. 6'7". This guy's
6'7".
of course. I
How
also
old is
saw
Riley?
he's 21, 22.
Oh man.
I
Oh,
also saw that there's this the new thing is Club 7.
ooh.
Like, are you in Club 7? I just watched a video on it today. I have no idea what it is.
Well, is it like? Yeah, I don't. I haven't heard that one yet.
It's
I
like
might have to introduce it to the middle school.
it's like a TikTok thing. It was like I think just some girl made a video that was like a bunch of different videos, basically like being like, "Are you in Club 1? Are you in Club 2?" And she like went up to 7, and 7 went like super viral.
That's we are so stupid as a
And
species.
that's like what I think it is. I could be completely wrong, but I don't know. But who knows? But all right, let's get into sports. We have a lot to talk about now that we've wasted 17 minutes of our life here. All right. Why is it not coming? It's like froze.
Yeah, you're frozen on my screen.
Yeah,
I can hear you fine, but
the connection is unstable.
are you connected to your neighbor's Wi-Fi again?
No, I'm on my Wi-Fi. For some reason, it's saying this is unstable. This is
Oh, the asylum is run by me now. This is a dangerous thing. Okay. What shall we talk about? Oh wait, I have an idea. Oh, can I flip my camera? Back tool. What's this? Oh no. Let's do this. Yeah, there's some Charles Barkley action happening there. Let's see what else we can. Oh wait, let's do this. Yeah, what's happening here? This is a tragedy, boys. 6'7", 6'7". The thing about airplane food is it's like 6'7". Um, hmm. So World Series is set.
all right. I'm back.
Dude, I was terrible.
It's,
Oh my god, I had to hold down the ship, dude.
I don't know what the hell happened. I I don't know.
That was so
All right.
scary, dude. I was
I
holding
like
down the ship.
Thank God I have like a Wi-Fi extender box with an Ethernet connected to my
Yeah,
laptop because
yeah.
it's just like completely just oh my gosh. I don't this is so weird though. It's running off the same Wi-Fi that this Ether. I don't know. It's weird. All right, as
I
I
um
get
I,
into now these graphics.
I like to think of myself as a bit of a quick-witted improviser kind of guy.
It's
I
what we needed.
absolutely struggled there.
We needed that because I don't know. I mean, it does suck when it's just one person. Usually, if it's like the
That was
majority,
rough.
it's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm back. I think fully there. Let me load in the graphics real quick.
At one point, I actually said the deal with airplane food is 6'7".
Nice.
That's all my brain could come up with. And then I started talking about World Series baseball, and then
No,
finally you showed up.
no, we will get into the World Series baseball. We'll go to NBA first, and then we'll do World Series. Um, yeah, NBA opening night was last night. NBA is back on NBC. All the old people are super happy about that.
Yeah.
And some round ball rock. John Tesh. I don't know if anybody's been more famous of a one song than John Tesh.
Who's John Tesh?
He's the guy that made round ball rock.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
He made that jingle years ago. So yeah, we had opening night last night. Thunder got their rings, rose their banner. in Oklahoma City. They played the Rockets, which is fitting. Kevin Durant is the new
Hmm.
member of the Rockets, returned to Oklahoma City. The Thunder ended up defeating the Rockets 125-124 in double overtime. I know that it sucked for a lot of people. I didn't stay up to watch it, but it pushed back the game
Yeah,
for the Lakers and Warriors, which didn't push the game back. The game still started on time. It just didn't go in until I think like halfway through the second quarter for the second game. I know
yeah,
the local news didn't get on until like 1 a.m., which is
yeah,
wild.
yeah. I was watching the Rockets and Thunder game, and I was like, I have to go to bed. I cannot watch this Lakers Warriors game.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the way it works out with how they do things.
Hmm.
But SGA ended up with 35, 5-5. KD had 23, 9-3, and Sengun led all scoring with 39 in that game.
Let's go, dude. Took Mr. Gilgis Alexander a little bit to get going. I think by like the start of halftime, he had like 8 points or something, but he picked it up.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's opening night. I mean, we're only talking about it because it's opening night. And past
Yep.
this, we won't talk about it again until probably Christmas, and
Yep.
then yet again we'll maybe talk All Star break, and then we won't talk again until playoffs.
Yep.
Find out how this is. The Lakers without LeBron James
LeBron James.
were defeated by the Warriors 119-109. Jimmy Butler had 31 points, Steph had 23. Luca had 43 and Austin Reeves had 26. It's just, the Lakers are not a good team. Like, let's sit here and be honest here.
Yeah, I think Luca was seeing how it feels to be LeBron,
Yeah.
um, having to carry that team. They are the Lakers, though. It's kind of like the Cowboys, where like no matter how good you are, you're still going to get the national recognition every season. So Luca played pretty well, I think. He did as much as he could without your boy LeBron, but he's going to have to do more because, like we talked about a little earlier before the podcast, LeBron's not coming back to like November.
Yeah, it's going to be a while, and they're probably, and LeBron is also going to, yeah, he's going to play, but he's going to like defer a lot to Luca and be like, look, I need you to kind of limp us here to the playoffs, and then I'll maybe do something and take over a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, this is the problem when you're like, oh, I'm going to play in the NBA for over 20 years, is that these 80 plus games get very, very cumbersome on the old man's body.
Yeah, I mean, it's just how it is. I mean, he's played a long time, and he's continuing to play, and I think he's going to take even more time to come back with his injury, just be safe, which is smart. But yeah, he won't be there for a while. But there's games tonight. I think everybody else plays tonight.
Yep.
NBA on ESPN now from the Inside the NBA guys is on ESPN. A lot of difference. I know a lot of people like the NBC thing last night. And there's games on Amazon and I think games on ESPN. So that's just kind of how it is now.
It's crazy. I mean, it's cool that it's like really accessible to everybody, but it also gets confusing when you're trying to watch these games. So
Yeah, I mean it's nice that you have the NBA back on local television. I'd say with the
yeah,
NBC thing, which is really nice. That will help ratings and kind of boost some things. But yeah, with Amazon getting involved, that's always like I have to go to an app and figure it out. But
yep.
if there's a game someone wants to watch, they'll figure it out anyways.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now we move on to the World Series. It is now set. Dodgers versus Blue Jays. Game one is Friday, 8 p.m. on Fox in Toronto. Toronto has the home field advantage over the Dodgers in this series. Blue Jays are coming in, winning in Game 7 over the Mariners 4-3. George Springer, of course, with that big 3-run homer in the bottom of the seventh to send them to the World Series. That was a really good game. I mean, it's kind
Yeah.
of back and forth. Um, you had mistakes, I'd say, by both teams. Julio Rodriguez had that home run, and then the big dumper comes up, does the home run. You're thinking, oh, 3-1, they have this thing won. Mariners do some pitching changes, which probably shouldn't have been done in retrospect, but George Springer, look, he's been in the postseason many times with the Astros.
Yep.
Very clutch player, has done some big things. He got hit in the knee earlier on in the series. No one knew if he'd ever play in the series again. And of course, he's the guy there. You get two guys on in your bottom of the order, and he comes in, leads off, and hits a home run, and that place was wild.
You think if you get your big dumper jersey, they win?
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, I'll probably never get that jersey, so I'll never get that jersey. Like the Mariners will never
Oh,
see the World
man,
Series.
yeah, that's tough. That is tough. It was pretty exciting to get some history being made. But I mean, this is also going to be an equally as good. Honestly, I feel like I was pulling for the Mariners a little bit, but I think I was happy with Mariners or Blue Jays. And the Dodgers are exciting and fun to watch. So I think it's going to be a good World Series. I would like it to go as long as possible. I do kind of think the Dodgers are have like a bunch of momentum right now. I know the Blue Jays had a pretty competitive series with the Mariners, but the Dodgers with Shohei looks so good. So I think I'm going to go with them to win the World Series. But I wouldn't be upset if the Blue Jays won. I do like the Blue Jays.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, both teams have to rest, right? Like, they don't play until Friday. That's game one Friday. So they both have, you know, 5 days at least to kind of rest, get ready, prepared. Dodgers have to fly to Toronto. It's the first time the Blue Jays have made the World Series since '93, and it's the first time the Dodgers made the World Series since last year. So, I mean, it's the way that it is. But it would be interesting. How can the stars continue to kind of play? Bo Bichette for the Blue Jays says that he's healthy to play, so it'll be interesting if he comes back and really does play. I think the other thing is going to be the pitching of the Dodgers versus pitching of the Blue Jays. Blue Jays pitching, some people are like, oh my gosh, like who knows what it's going to be like. It was actually very good in the last series. Max Scherzer pitching well. People are like, oh my God, Max Scherzer, do not trust him. Let's see how he does. He did played really well, so we'll see if that carries on. And for the Dodgers, I mean, you have like four number ones, so
Yeah,
the expectation is for them to be very, very good. So we'll see, but it will be. I agree with you. I think it'll be a fun series.
I
Um,
wonder what R.A. Dickey's doing these days.
you just think of R.A. Dickey is
Yeah,
he played
didn't
for
he
the
play
Blue
for the Blue
Jays?
Jays?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he did. Played for the Mets, Blue
can't
Jays.
can't knuckleballers just play forever?
You would think that, but he was pretty old when he won a Cy Young.
That's true. Yeah, he
He
was like
was
100
like,
years old.
yeah, he was pretty old. I mean, R.A. Dickey, that's just a pull right there. He's now 50 years old.
Let's go. Get him in the lineup.
He played for the Rangers, Mariners, Twins, Mets, Blue Jays, Braves. He won the Cy Young in 2012 for the Mets. That was his last year with the Mets.
So he
And
was like
then,
37.
yeah, he was old.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, that's just a crazy pull. Maybe he'll throw out the first pitch for the Blue Jays. You never know.
Is he going to throw a knuckleball?
I mean, I don't know if the guy catching it will be able to. Yeah, he was
Yeah,
30. He was 37 when he won the Cy Young.
that's awesome, dude.
He
R.A.
went
Dickey.
20 and 6, 2.73 ERA, and he had 230 strikeouts that year.
Shout out to R.A. Dickey, bro. I miss that. I miss a good old knuckleballer, bro. Just throw a pitch and have no idea what's going to happen.
Yeah, nobody throws a knuckleball.
We need to bring it back, dude.
No, it's all about heat. Wasn't familiar with your game, Trent.
Dude, I show it off every now and then, just glimpses, just flashes.
Yeah, you just got to bring it back every once in a while.
Yeah, let
You
people
never know.
know.
All right, so yeah, game one is set for Friday, 8 p.m. on Fox. It'll be very interesting. Yeah, we'll see how long it goes. The expectation is, of course, the Dodgers to win, but Don Mattingly was on. He's a bench coach for the Blue Jays. He was on Dan Patrick Day, and he said, "Look, they're going to be ready to go. Like they go out, they have fun, even if they win, lose. They're going to be ready to go. They're not really scared of. Basically, he's saying they're not really scared of anything. Like they'll be fine. They'll be ready to go. So as long as the bats can stay hot for the Blue Jays." That's all you really need this time of year.
Well, they're gonna have to because them bats for the Dodgers are looking pretty muy caliente.
Yeah, I mean, when you have three Hall of Famers, 1, 2, 3
Yeah,
in the lineup, I
that's
mean,
true.
what are you going to do? All
Yeah.
right, moving on to now, we had prime time in the NFL. Yet again, a doubleheader for Monday Night Football. Terrible, disgusting, gross thing I've ever seen in my
This
life.
one was good though. I enjoyed
Well,
this one. This one was my favorite because didn't the second game not start until the first game was over?
kind of. So
Okay.
I will say the fourth quarter Lions game took forever. It was like a basketball game that was close.
Yeah.
Took
Yeah.
forever. They're reviewing stuff. It was gross. Yeah, so it was 7 and then 10. So they did try and work it out to where it kind of split.
Yeah, I think this is making me realize that I'm only actually excited to watch like four NFL teams play.
Who are those four teams?
I would probably say the Eagles, Bears. I guess Lions. I mean, I would have said the Bucks before the Lions Buccaneers game, but I mean, they were like whatever. I'm trying to think. I'm got to show some love to the AFC. Maybe No, I'll go Broncos Colts. We'll throw that in there too. So maybe 5 teams.
Yeah, I don't know if there's like teams outside of the Bears that I'm like I need to watch. I would say matchups for things. But yeah, I mean the Sunday night game was the 49ers over the Falcons 20-10. I really couldn't tell you much. I watched the game, couldn't tell you much what happened. It was kind of
That's
a
what I'm
boring,
saying, dude.
gross game. And Christian McCaffrey looked really good. I think he had like 200 some total yards. Like when he's healthy, he's great. Like there's no doubt about that.
Yeah, yeah,
But pretty sure the 49ers, I think, are 5-2 without their starting quarterback, without a lot of different things. They've had a lot of injuries, kind of have done very well getting themselves to this point. The Falcons are still, 1 week they're up, 1 week they're down. Still the inconsistency with them.
yeah,
The Lions beating the Bucks, I think, was the most surprising, just because the Lions did have injuries.
yep,
Um, in their secondary, but the Bucks have injuries wide receiver wise. Mike Evans broke his collarbone in the game; he's going to be out for a while. But I mean, when the Lions are clicking, they're a very, very good team, and they weren't fully clicking. The defense played great. The offense started out good, and then it sputtered here and there. But I think it was like, whoa, okay, the Lions are still a good football team. I think
yeah,
we're trying, like, we're waiting for their downfall every week when they lose a game to a good team, and then we're like, are they good? And then they come back, and it's like, yeah, they're still pretty good.
yeah. I think last year they just looked so good.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of teams, I think they are missing Ben Johnson a little bit. Um, but I think so many teams last year were just so caught in this craziness that Ben Johnson was running on the offensive side. And then defensively, before they were like torn up with injuries, they were like really, really, really good. So I think people have probably caught on. I mean, if you look at their losses, they've lost to some really good coaches.
Yeah.
So I think there are some teams that are catching on and understanding how you beat the Lions. But still, they're a very formidable team. As in, like the Bucks, dude, were like the most red hot team coming into that game, and I think this has simmered down a lot of talk with the Bucks. But again, we can't treat the Bucks like we do the Detroit Lions every time they lose. The Bucks are a good team. They're gonna come back. Obviously, Mike Evans out with that collarbone injury or broken clavicle or whatever.
Yeah.
That kind of sucks. I think this is going to be his like first season in like 12 years without 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
So that's gonna hurt the Bucks. But dude, they're so loaded at receiver right now. If they can stay healthy, they're still gonna be a pretty competitive team in the NFC.
Yeah, and their division sucks. I mean,
Yes, it
I
does.
mean, it's the Saints, the Panthers, and the Falcons. So, yeah, I mean, they're gonna be fine. We're still like 7, 8 weeks into the NFL season. A lot can still
Yeah.
change. But yeah, I think it was just the Bucks had been in close games, and you expected them to come be in another close game, maybe have a chance, and it just didn't work out for them. The Lions' defense, I think, looks better this year than it did last year. Um, from a pass rushing perspective, like they brought a lot of pressure. Having Aiden Hutchinson there makes a difference with their
Yeah.
team. But yeah, I mean the Lions are still good, so it's just gonna be interesting to see him
Ooh,
moving
and
forward.
I will say that I think this was the best game for the Detroit Lions offensive line.
Yeah, I mean
I
Gibbs
think
had
their
that
offensive
long
line
run.
looked really good.
They did very well on a couple screens, getting out
Yeah.
there. Yeah, I mean, look, it takes time to kind of get cohesiveness and kind of figure it out, and they're slowly getting there. It takes time, but yeah, and you also don't want to peak now. You want to get better as the season goes on and
Yep.
peak towards the end of the year. So that'll be interesting. The Seahawks beating the Texans. The Texans are in no man's land.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a struggle.
they have a quarterback. We think they have weapons. We think they have a defense. We think uh, they have a coach. We think they're in a terrible division.
We
And
know.
yeah, and it's just, I mean, the Seahawks are a really good team. And Sam
Yeah.
Darnold, really good. The Vikings, they are just wishing he would have re-signed there. Jackson Smith and Jigba is a very, very good wide receiver. They have two running backs now in Kenneth
Hmm.
Walker and Charbonnet. So I mean, they're just a good football team. But the Texans, it's always like, I don't know. It just feels like dysfunction.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I want to say it's like their offensive line or something. I don't know. They're struggling,
Well,
and
we
it
hear
seems like
every
they
year,
have a lot.
oh, the offensive
Yeah.
line's
I think they're struggling, and it kind of seems like they shouldn't be struggling because like Nico Collins is really good, CJ Stroud's really good. And their defense every week we're hearing about how good their defense is. So I don't know. It's kind of starting to become that time where they have to start figuring out, or maybe their coach is someone else we might see, in that conversation of do we move on from this guy?
Yeah, I mean that will be very very interesting. I know that so they were talking about it today. A couple of different shows were talking about how like some of these NFL coaches do not want to fire the head coach they have right now, like mid-season, because they're afraid that maybe an interim comes in and does very very good, and
Yeah,
forces the hand of the owner to be like, oh, you have to keep the interim guy.
right.
We've seen it with the Raiders. So they're afraid that like you get this new guy, Joel DeVenergy, and then it's like, oh, all the players are like, oh no, we need this guy. All the fans are like, this guy's our guy. So maybe you purposely kind of lose. You keep your coach, purposely lose some games, and then you start over fresh, and maybe enticing a guy to become your head coach based off of maybe a higher draft pick.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. I like that.
Weird. It's a weird way of doing it, but it's probably a smart way at the end of the day.
Maybe it could be interesting thought. Maybe James Franklin kind of moves up into the NFL coaching. Do you hear these dogs?
Yeah, I can kind of in the background faintingly. Something's
My
out there.
girlfriend needs to let them in.
It's raining. It's wet. It's cold. Is this abuse? Is this like animal
This
control?
this could be. There's also a German Shepherd that if it's outside, it's the neighbor's German Shepherd. They like scream at the door to be let out because they want to go bark at it.
Yeah, that's what ankle biters do, Trevor.
Yeah, and that German Shepherd would literally kill all three of them in one bite.
I mean, it could
Very
happen.
well behaved German Shepherd, though I will say. That German Shepherd does not mind getting barked at by these little yapping ass dogs.
Yeah, don't put people hate that when like pit bulls get bad raps.
No, no, this
They're
German Shepherd couldn't care less that these dogs are barking at it.
well
He's
behaved.
just playing fetch with the neighbor boy.
That's all he does. All right, now moving on so we're gonna do some
Woo!
mid-season things here. We're gonna do mid-season coach for the year, mid-season Heisman. We're gonna talk about like surprising teams, and then we're also gonna talk about like teams that need to pick it up a little bit, maybe towards the end of the year. Now that we're kind of at the halfway point in college football. All right,
Yeah.
we have 9 guys who we believe are the top coach of the year candidates. I will run through them real quick from left to right. Kurt Signetti at Indiana, 7-0. Woo,
Isn't
ball.
that a basketball school?
Yeah, that's what I've been told. Uh,
Mm.
Kalen DeBoer, Alabama, 6-1.
That's not Nick Saban.
Yeah, I know it's crazy, right? Mike Elko at Texas A&M, 7-0.
I have nothing for him.
Yeah, I figured. Tony Elliott at Virginia, 6-1.
Hey, top of the ACC.
He's balling. Brent Key, Georgia Tech, 7-0.
Also at the top of the ACC.
Alex Golish, USF, 6-1.
Mm-hmm.
Clark Lee at Vanderbilt, 6-1.
Mm.
Joey McGuire at Texas Tech, 6-1.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kalani Sataki, BYU's coach, at 7-0.
Yeah. Yes.
Um, yeah, I mean, all these guys have done a very good job. I mean, all at different levels, right? Like Kurt Signetti has been like, can you do it again? He's done it again so far. Kalen DeBoer bouncing back from losing week 1 to be like, okay, Alabama's still good again. Mike Elko in the SEC so far has done well. Goes to
Yep.
Notre Dame, wins a game. Tony Elliott has completely turned Virginia around from a team that was been awful to a very good team, defeating top 10 teams. Brent Key just continues with Georgia Tech to just stay the course. Uh, Alex Golish, I mean, look, I mean, they've had some great wins early on, and they're fighting now for a playoff spot. Clark Lee is doing it in the SEC at Vanderbilt. That's all you
Yep.
can really say there.
Yeah.
Joey McGuire at Texas Tech. Look, he's done well with the money that they've been giving him, but they've looked very well. They did not last week, but they've looked good so far. And Kalani Sitake has been, I think, one of the more underrated
Yeah.
coaches in college football.
Yep.
BYU at 7-0. I mean, this guy's just he went from an independent with BYU where it was like, okay, they're good because they're independent, and now they're in the Big 12, and it's like, oh, they're pretty good.
Do we have any? I know you didn't get his picks. Does Gerald have anything to say about the coaches?
No, do not have
Okay.
that.
I think I know where he would probably go with this, and it's probably the similar route that I'm going to go.
All right.
I think Kalen DeBoer turning this Alabama team around after that Florida State loss, very impressive. He's got Alabama, being atop of the. Sorry, I'm watching hockey and talking at the same time. He's got Alabama at the top of the nation again. Not the top, but up towards the top, and that's always good for college football. I really love guys like the Georgia Tech coach and the Vanderbilt coach. I love the underdog story that it's very easy to, throw their name into the coach of the year candidate for turning around programs. Same thing with Virginia's coach. Um, but you know what? For me, I like to change things up. I like to, give maybe a pick that no one's expecting, but I have to go with this guy because these past 2 years he's been so impressive. Give me Kurt Signetti for Coach of the Year.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably that's not a bad route, right? Because I mean, you've had like what he's done, and it's been like, oh my gosh, they were good last year, going 11-1, making the playoff, and now they're back with the win against Oregon. They look better. Yeah, I mean, I completely see that point. Um, Creepy Photo says Mike, LC, and Vandy coach with Kurt, my votes. Yeah, I'm confused.
Uh,
Um, but yeah, no, I see the Indiana thing. I completely get it. I mean, look,
oh,
they
maybe
look
Mike Elko. Maybe
I'm
that's what you
thinking
said.
it's Mike Elko, Clark Lee, and then maybe
Yeah,
Kurt Cinetti are
yeah,
like his top three. We're picking one. You can't pick three. I mean, this
yeah.
is
That's kind of cheating, but okay.
whatever. It's like, oh, let me keep breaking it down. Yeah, I mean, Cignetti's a good choice. I think he won some coaches of the year votes last year for different awards. I know Marcus Freeman won some stuff too. Um, but yeah, I think him coming back this year, where it's like, oh, they can't do it again, can they? And he does it again so far,
Yeah,
and they look really good. The win against Oregon, I think he's
I
done
would
well.
say they look better than they
No, they
did
look
last
way
year.
yeah, they look better. They destroy Illinois.
Yeah,
They go out to Oregon, win that game, and now it's like, okay, they're kind of in the driver's seat to go to the Big Ten championship game. We expect them to be on a 1-2 collision course with Ohio State. And now it's like, okay, like at Indiana, like, are you kidding me?
yeah,
Who would have
yeah,
thought?
yep,
So
yeah.
I mean, not a bad pick, not a bad pick. Not where I'm going.
Mm.
Not at all where I'm going. I would pick Tony Elliott at Virginia.
Wow. Okay.
And I would pick him because look, they're 6-1 this year. And they've looked very good in the ACC, where we kind of thought we knew who the number one dog was. And yet
Mm-hmm.
again, now we really don't. Georgia Tech's still undefeated, but still Virginia's got a chance. I know Florida State has been on a down spiral since Virginia. That's what Virginia does. That's what Tony Elliott did. He broke Florida State.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but no, Virginia's looked really well, and I go with Tony Elliott based off of he was 3-7 his first season, 3-9 second, 5-7 last year, and 6-1 this year.
Yeah.
Has them ranked. He's built the program up. He's done a very good job. It's Virginia. You don't expect much out of Virginia. In recent years, they're a basketball school.
Right.
Um, when in history, nobody knows what they are for a school. Um, so yeah, I'm going with Tony Elliott. I just think doing it at Virginia, kind of on this trajectory, he's been taking his time, he's been building the program, he's been doing it the right way. And he's a guy where it's like, okay, like what can Virginia do now moving forward, not only in the ACC, but maybe a couple games go their way and they stumble into the playoff.
Yep. Yeah. I think there's a lot of guys I think right here that have a lot of season left.
Yeah,
And that one, they could get some really big wins and even further build their resume, or two, they run into some good teams. I know Vanderbilt for the rest of the season does not have a super easy schedule. So I would be curious if, obviously this is a midseason for a reason. We're taking the first half and thinking about it. But I mean, if Clark Lee can go and, continue his hot run against some of these tougher teams in the SEC, I would be more than willing to change my vote. But I mean, with Kurt Signetti, dude, take everything you say about all these teams and turn it to the like 10th degree, bro.
yeah,
Like this, literally, this is a university that right now would be getting prepared for basketball, and we are smack dab in the middle of football season. and he has turned them around to becoming the number two team in the country, going to Oregon, beating Oregon. And I think, I also had Ryan Day in here just because I think that Ohio State was the best team coming in this season, and he has done nothing to make me question that. But I honestly, if Kurt Signetti can beat Ohio State at the end of the season for the Big Ten championship, I think this is a no brainer. Kurt Signetti is the best coach of football.
Yeah, I mean, he is one of those guys that is just like, now that I think what's funny is you see like all like the coaches have gotten fired, and now everybody like wants these certain coaches, and it's like, what coaches can win big games, blah 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 blah, right? There's not as many as there once was.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you
Yeah.
look at Ryan Day, and you're like, okay, yes, like he can maybe can't be Michigan, but he
Yeah.
clearly won a national title, right? Like he can
Right.
coach. Beyond that, it's like, okay, who else is there? You know what I mean? So you get into that thing. Signetti is moving his way in after destroying Illinois, beating Oregon, and it's like, okay, they beat these two ranked teams last year when they played the ranked teams. They didn't win, so it's complete 180. So yeah, I mean, he's done a very good job. He's done great. I just look at Tony Elliott and I'm like, that guy, what he's
Not a
had to go
bad pick.
through. It's
Not a
like, yeah, I
bad
mean,
pick.
all these
No.
guys up here are deserving, of course, and there's more guys
Yeah.
that are deserving, right? But to me, you gotta look at like what a guy took over, or how a guy
Yeah.
builds it, or whatever. And yeah, I think Kurt Zanelli, Tony Elliott. I mean, it's like those two would easily be like top five for everybody,
Yep.
just because of what they've kind of had to do at the schools they're at. We're talking about Indiana and Virginia in football.
Right. Exactly. Yep.
I mean,
That's a perfect.
it
That's
is
perfect.
it's hard to do it, and they're doing it well. All right, let's go now to midseason Heisman winner. So these are the guys we have right now. So these are top 8 per the odds in FanDuel as of right now. You have Fernando Mendoza at Indiana, Ty Simpson at Alabama, Julian Sand at Ohio State, Marcel Reed at Texas A&M, Diego Pavia at Vandy, Gunnar Stockton at Georgia, Dante Mora, Oregon, Jeremiah Love at Notre Dame. A lot of quarterbacks.
Yeah, and for if anyone who is watching that did not watch Sunday's show, Jerry went with Ty Simpson,
Yes, he's on the Alabama bandwagon. He's all about the SEC. He's all about it.
and for Jerry it just means more.
It does.
So as much as it hurts me to say this, and as much as I don't believe this, um, to me, what it's looked like for the past 15 to 20 years, and there has been some outliers, but the Heisman is just a quarterback award.
Yeah, I mean,
That's just
it's
what it is.
turned into that.
Obviously, you have Devontae Smith, Reggie Bush, all those guys. So in my mind, that automatically eliminates Jeremiah Love, and I hate to do that because I am a newly acquired Notre Dame fan.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
So I'd love to see a Fighting Irish. If if Jeremiah Love's up there when it comes Heisman time, I would be more than happy with that. But for the sake of keeping it to reality, I'm gonna have to move Jeremiah Love to the side. I think he's gonna win all the running back awards. I think that's very clear. He is the
Probably.
best running back in the country. So I got it down to 4. I got Mendoza, I got Sayin, I got Simpson, and I got Pavia. I think right now, in my mind, those are the 4 guys. Um, I think Sayin, he is in a very, very good position. I think he's been playing really well, but I think he is also getting the fruits of his very talented team.
Yeah.
Now, that's it's hard to knock a guy for being super talented on a super talented team. But I think the Heisman too, it's not called the MVP, but it's kind of implied. You know, who is the most valuable guy on that team? So again, with Julian saying, I'm gonna have to move him over to the side. Ty Simpson, he's been playing like a dog, dude. He's making I mean, is this the best Alabama quarterback that there's ever been? Maybe since like Jalen and Tua.
I mean,
Like,
Bryce Young, Heisman.
oh yeah, it's true. So we got these guys. Diego Pavia, absolutely crushing it in the SEC at Vanderbilt. If you would ask me 10 years ago if that's even possible, I would have said heck no. But we got my guy here, Fernando Mendoza.
You're just all in on Indiana.
I, dude, if I'm going to tell you this right now. Like I said for Kurt Signetti, if they can go in there and beat Ohio State, I don't know where it's at, or it's not even in the regular season, right? It's just
It would
if,
be the Big Ten
yeah.
championship.
So it's at a neutral field, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, if they can get it done against Ohio State, I think for me, and if he has a good game, now he can't go out there and throw for 100 yards, throw 2 picks and 1 touchdown. He's got to go out there and perform. But I think if Mendoza can go out there and light it up against Ohio State, I think, again, this is a no brainer for me. So with my pick, I think I'm going to go Fernando Mendoza for the Heisman.
Yeah, that's not a bad pick. I think if they ended up going undefeated in the regular season, end up making the Big Ten championship game, yeah, he's probably going to be a finalist without a doubt. Like that's going to happen no matter what he does in that Big Ten championship game. My argument against Mendoza is, and this is what hurts him, and yeah, they're a better team, but it's his head coach and what they did last year, and that they were 11-1 last year, very good team, and he didn't play for them. They had Curtis Rourke as their quarterback. So you're like, okay, he kind of is plug and play. So is it the team? Is it the system? Is it the coach? I think that could end up hurting him in the long run. I agree with you, Jeremiah Love. Now, do I think Jeremiah Love at the end of this will end up winning the Heisman? Yes, I still believe he will. I think that he's coming off 200-yard game. I think they have they have 5 games left. I think he's gonna I think he's gonna go on a tear here for these next 5 games, and it's gonna be like, whoa. And I think he's gonna end up doing so. He has 158 yards rushing so far, 9 touchdowns, 9 catches, 197 yards, 6.1 yards a carry. I think he's just gonna come in. They have a bye week this week. I think he's gonna be well rested, gonna be charged up. I think they've showed like, hey, we want to run him more, we want to get him the ball more. He's ready to go.
Wait, so
Um,
what are his season totals right now?
he has 758 yards
Oh,
rushing,
okay.
9 touchdowns, 19 catches, 197 yards. So he has uh what's that? 950 total yards.
So he is about, when you think of 1,000 yard rusher, he's already almost there. We're about halfway through the season.
Yeah, so I think he'll end up probably around like probably 1,300 yards rushing, probably.
Great season, yeah.
So yeah, and then whatever he does receiving, I think he'll probably go around there. Looking at the names like Gunnar Stockton, he's not winning the Heisman Trophy. Sorry. Marcel Reed, I don't know why he's above Diego Pavia. I think that's blasphemous.
I agree.
I watched his best game was against Notre Dame, and I could have thrown some of those passes because there was no rush and he was doing whatever he wanted to do. Dante Moore, I think is too low just based off of he lost 1 game to
Yeah,
Indiana.
yeah,
Julian Sand, I think, is kind of Mendoza to me, where it's kind of like it's the system and kind of what you have around you with Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Smith. Ty Simpson's great. I think he's played very well. He's kind of shut some people up after the first game. Like, oh, this is why he hasn't started for 4 years
yeah.
at Alabama. Like he's been bad. Blah blah. He has 1,900 yards passing, 18 touchdowns, 1 interception. The one name I've not said yet is the guy I would give the Heisman to right now,
Mm,
just based off of the last 2 years and how this guy has changed this program. Without this guy, this program, Clark Lee's a great coach. This program's not where it has been. They're not getting college game day. They're not beating ranked LSU at home. They're not doing it. That's Diego Pavia.
yeah, I
When I
like
think
that.
of the Heisman Trophy, I think of Diego Pavia.
Yeah,
He's changed the culture. His numbers, look, they're good numbers. I mean, 1,500 yards passing, 15 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 4 rushing touchdowns. Like the guy does everything. He is the
yep,
heart and soul of their team. Without him, Vandy is not where it is, not even close. And they're a top 10 team. He's done everything for them. I mean,
yep,
if I'm looking at Heisman Trophy, it's him.
yeah. I like that. I like that a lot. The one thing I will say to help my Mendoza argument is I know that they were very good last year and they had a
Yeah.
lot of pieces, but I think watching the Hoosiers, I feel much more comfortable with Mendoza at quarterback than I did last year with whatever that dude's name was. What was his name?
Kurt Rourke.
I think that team last year was really good, but I think a reason, probably the number one reason that we think Indiana is better than they were last year is because Mendoza's at quarterback. I think that unlike Julian saying, he is elevating the team
Yeah,
past what I think they are a worse team without Mendoza. Now, I don't think the same thing about Ohio State with Julian saying. I think a lot of guys could go there and perform as well, if not better than Julian saying. I'm not particularly impressed with him. I mean, I just am not super impressed with their schedule.
yeah.
Um,
That's
and I
another major factor.
yeah, and I think they're going to have a rough time with Indiana. Or if not in the Big Ten championship, let's say I think they might see them again in the playoffs or something. And
Yeah,
I do not have a whole lot of faith. I could see this team maybe dropping one to Michigan, which would be kind of crazy because USC kind of dismantled um, Michigan. But like if you look at the Washington game, the Ohio State Washington game, and the Michigan and Washington game, those were very similar games from Michigan and Ohio State. They played very similarly, I think, against Washington. Um, so yeah, that's my argument is that Mendoza, he actively is making the team a better team by being a part of it. Julian saying, I think there are a lot of guys that could be put in his spot and would be doing just fine.
yeah, and that was kind of the talk coming into the season. It was like it doesn't matter who Ohio State is at quarterback; they're going to be fine on offense. But yeah, I mean, you do need the big moments. You need the Heisman moments. You need the
Yep.
teams that you play, kind of down the stretch. Um, to see creepy photos says great point, Trev.
Thank you.
Johnson says a tear because they don't play anybody the rest of the season. He's talking about Jeremiah Love, which yeah, they don't play anybody, but every game from here on out for Notre Dame is kind of a playoff game. Everybody's gonna be watching it. What he does in those games. I think the Pitt game will be a ranked matchup when they play in a couple weeks. That will be like, whoa, okay, what can you do there? And then he goes, I actually agree with Caleb on that. I think he's talking about Diego Pavia.
Hmm.
Johnson is, yeah, it's all about the games. Like Diego Pavia has the games in front of him. That is the
Yep.
thing that hurts Mendoza is that he really doesn't have the games moving forward. Uh, Ty Simpson has the games moving forward. Julian Sand has the Michigan game, but what do they do in the Michigan game? I mean, they throw the ball, but it's probably going to be cold and nasty in that game. So
Yep.
lots to do there. Marcel Reed has the chances with the moments. Pavia does as well. I just think when you look at it, it's just what have these guys brought to their team more? And Diego
Yeah.
Pavia's done that. Like he's like all these other programs you look at and you go, okay, they're good. They've been good. This is they should be. As you look at Mendoza and you look at Diego Pavia, and you're like, those two guys right there elevate a program. They've helped out a program. I just think Pavia's done it 2 years now, and Vanderbilt is not where they're at without him.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I honestly think I was that was my second guy because really do like I really do like Pavia. I really like everything that Vanderbilt. I mean, for me right now, my favorite teams are Vanderbilt and Indiana.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's two teams that you'd not expect to do anything in the two
Exactly.
biggest conferences in football.
Yep.
All right, I know we don't have a graphic for it, but who is your surprising team or team?
Um.
Who are you looking at when like you thought before the season? You're like, whoa, these guys are actually better than I thought.
Well. I thought I think Indiana obviously. I didn't think that they could rise to what they have again. I thought last year was kind of a fluky year for them. So I mean, I think for everyone, no one saw them coming and sitting at number two. I think. Um, are you frozen?
I think so. My Wi-Fi is like
No, I can't do this on myself, Caleb. I panicked last time. Oh wait, no, we're good. You're moving.
my
All
bad.
right.
I'm showing
Another.
one bar though on the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, yeah. Um, and oh, you're frozen. This is so bad, Caleb. I can't. Did you do the Ethernet thing?
Yeah, I'm on it. It's I think my Wi-Fi as a whole is like struggling right now.
Okay.
I was trying to get on the
Um,
ESPN app and it just was not loading.
I think too. Georgia Tech really surprised me, especially with everyone being really hyped up on Clemson. And then what was that week three?
Yeah,
Week three, everyone probably just chalked that up before the season started as a loss for Georgia Tech. But Georgia Tech has won a lot of really close games and looked good in other games. I'm really impressed with Georgia Tech. So yeah, I guess maybe like Georgia Tech, Indiana. You could throw Vanderbilt in there too. I mean, there's a lot of things that we have said. But yeah, I would say that maybe those three teams are the ones that have surprised me the most. I think I might be a lone ranger here. Are you alive? Oh no.
I think we're back.
Seems like I can hear you. You're not moving though.
I think we lost Trevor. I don't know if you've lost
No, I'm
me.
alive. No kill, I'm
Are we
alive.
back? Are we back?
You are frozen. I am alive.
Yeah, I'm gonna be gone here in a second.
Oh
I think I'm gonna
no.
have to go back to my phone.
Wait. You're alive right now.
My life. All right, it's
You're
showing two bars.
moving.
I love how that happens. As it's okay, so now it's showing no
No,
bars
you're
left. I
good.
think we're
Yeah,
good.
you're good right
I love
now.
how that happens. Like when we have like the most people we've had on here tonight. Uh, Johnson says that's going on a shirt. It must be like our faces or something. What a
um,
mess.
I know. So, do you want to do your surprise teams, and then we want to do like the second half?
Yeah,
Over. Okay, cool.
who needs to prove it? Yeah, so I would go with like surprise teams for me is Vanderbilt. I'm not looking at it. I had them like 4-8. I thought coming into the year, and they're a top 10 team. Um, I'd go with Mizzou too. I thought Mizzou would be like
Mm,
7-5. Oklahoma's pretty good. Um, I'm just looking at like what I like how I had teams. Um, Let me see. Minnesota, I had them 6-6. They're pretty good in the Big Ten. I think they have like one or two losses. Also looking, yeah, I agree with Georgia Tech. I think that like when I looked at the ACC, I'm like, oh, Georgia Tech, like whatever, they could be good. I
yeah.
mean, everybody thought Clemson would dominate. Um, Louisville's been a good surprise. They've been pretty good. Let me see here.
Maybe
No, no.
BYU. I
Yeah,
mean,
BYU. I mean, yeah. Looking at the Big 12, I thought they'd go 8-4 BYU. So, yeah, I'd put BYU in there. That that was a tough one to be like, okay, like how good our team's gonna be, just based off of like I thought Kansas State was gonna be good. They're terrible.
yep.
They're awful. So yeah, I mean, I would put them in there. USF being like a maybe a playoff team is surprising. So I mean, there's a lot of teams when you look at it. But yeah, I think the biggest one to me is like Vanderbilt, where it's like, okay, like I thought there's no way they could do it again. They do it again.
Yep.
Surprising to me. Yeah, I mean, Indiana's a surprise, I would say, just because I thought they'd be good, but I didn't think they'd be like
Yeah.
number 2 in the country.
Exactly.
Um, Good, but yeah, looking at it, there's a lot of surprising teams just based off of like what you think's gonna happen and what like actually
Well,
isn't
there's a lot of
happening.
surprising teams that are going the opposite way of what we're talking about too. A lot of teams that we are really surprised about how not good they are.
Yeah, I mean like Clemson,
Penn State,
Penn State. Who else?
Texas, in a way.
Texas, yeah, Texas without a doubt. You think, hey, they're going to go undefeated. They have Arch Manning, like they're going to be great, and they have
Like,
two losses, probably
yeah,
with a chance to maybe end like 8-4. Um, so yeah, that direction, I would go with LSU having
I was
two
going to say
losses
that too. Yeah,
is like ugh, gross. Um, I'm trying to think of who else is like fallen out where it's like, oh my gosh, they've fallen out.
and you said Kansas State.
Yeah, Kansas
Um,
State, you think like, hey, they're going to be really good.
yeah,
Uh,
I thought they would be good.
all right, looking at the preseason top 25. This was the preseason top 25. Texas was 1, Penn State was 2, Ohio State 3, Clemson 4, Georgia 5. Um, so Clemson not ranked, Penn State not ranked.
Yep. Is
South
Texas
Carolina,
back in there? Are they back
Texas
in the
is
top
they're
25?
low.
Yeah.
South Carolina started 13, they're a disappointment.
Yeah. Yep.
Florida was 15, disappointment.
Yep. I didn't
SMU
drink that Kool-Aid though. I didn't
SMU
think they
was
were very good.
16. Kansas
Oh,
State was 17. Kind of. I mean, everybody else is still kind of ranked or around it.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, a lot of disappointing teams. Who are your
I
teams?
would say real quick, I would say Arizona State maybe surprisingly in a good way. Where they were really good. I guess like surprising in a good way and then a bad way too. Like they kind of weren't performing to what, but then like this Texas Tech win is a very big win. So a lot of okay. So my This is what I need my notes for.
John says some of us were smart enough to know Penn State was overrated. Well, I mean, look, you think they had it all. You're like, man, they can only build on what they did the year before, and that clearly did not happen.
All right, so I'm gonna go through my. This is what I need my notes for. I'm gonna go through my. Oh, I figured out if I just swipe up and don't fully click on notes, I stay in camera.
Nice.
So most approved the second half. I am gonna lump these two together because I think they're identical. BYU, Cincinnati. They're both sitting on top of the Big 12. They actually face off on November 22nd. So I think they have to continue winning, and then they also have to make sure that they don't, drop one or whatever, because Arizona State now is not too far behind those guys as far as conference play.
Yeah,
And then I would say LSU.
I agree with that.
Um, they have some potential to make some upsets and claw back into the college football playoff, but they have a very tough road ahead of them. And then this, I mean, I don't think the morale is very high in LSU with Brian Kelly. That could be someone that maybe doesn't necessarily doesn't get fired, but is encouraged to part ways.
Yeah,
Um,
I agree with LSU.
my next team is Michigan. I think they have to win out to be considered for the college football playoffs, which means they have to beat number one Ohio State. Um, Oregon currently their best win right now. Who did they play last week?
I do not know.
Or did they maybe they had a bye?
No, I think they have a bye this week. Oregon played Rutgers.
Okay, so their best win right now is Northwestern. Um, they lost to the only ranked opponent they have played in Indiana.
Well, Penn
Um,
State was ranked when they played. They're just no longer
oh,
ranked.
okay, yeah. That's true.
But
Um,
currently ranked, yes.
and then USC could be a very sneaky trap game for them. But if everything goes according to plan, 11-1 Oregon team definitely makes college football playoffs. They just have to make sure they don't fall into that what I call a trap game. And then we have Texas. They still have to play Vanderbilt. They still have to
Mm.
play Georgia, and they still have to play Texas A&M. Um, they could stack some quality wins, but cannot suffer another loss. Or if they do lose, they'd have to go like 2-1 out of those teams that I just talked about, and then being a lower seed coming into the college football playoffs. So those are my teams that they need to kick it into gear a little bit, and I would maybe throw Notre Dame in there too. Can't lose another one.
Yeah. So I think that they're like I said it last year. I think that there could be a 3-loss team in the playoff. I know everybody's like against that, but like
I'm not.
looking at the scheduling, it could definitely happen. Like the Big 12
Yeah,
is going to eat itself alive in the last 5 or 6 weeks. The SEC teams are going to have to start losing in
yeah,
the last couple weeks. Um, the Big 10 is kind of, I would say, set in its way of kind of like what we think is going to happen. Like you don't expect Ohio State to lose until maybe Michigan. You don't expect Indiana to lose until the Big 10 championship game. Oregon could maybe lose to USC, but then that brings USC back into it. Like I could, and the ACC is just a mess.
yeah.
It is just a mess, and that they're going to eat themselves alive too. So I foresee there being potentially a 3-loss team. We're going to argue it very, very hard. So like I think people need to wrap their minds around that and like get over
Yeah.
like the 3-loss team ain't gonna make a 3-loss team could make it. Quality 3-loss team could make it over say a 2-loss team, or they just may be enough 3-loss teams that somebody's gonna have to get in.
Yeah, I think like Texas, lost to Georgia but beats Texas A&M and Vanderbilt. I think I'd be fine with that team making
Yeah.
the college football
That's
playoff.
what I'm saying. Like I think like people are all against like the 3-loss. It's like, okay, you have to get over it was like when the 1 loss over undefeated, right when we had the 4. It's like if
Right.
you go to 16, you're gonna have a 3-loss team in there. It's just the way it's gonna happen. The way scheduling works, there could be a quality 3-loss team.
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah.
the way it is. Like you could have the 4th best team in the SEC or the 5th best team in the SEC have 3 losses, and their 3 losses were to the 3 best teams in the SEC.
Yeah. I think the issue with like Notre Dame is that I don't think
No,
the
they have
rest of
3
their
losses are out.
and then I think that their the rest of their schedule isn't impressive enough
Yes.
for
No.
them to lose another game. And then with Michigan, um like the USC loss isn't, aging spectacularly, especially with Notre Dame beating them this past
Yeah,
weekend.
and who knows what Oklahoma ends up being in the SEC.
Yeah. And then I also think with Michigan, the Oklahoma loss is okay. And obviously, the that I think Michigan's gonna be tricky. I think there could be an argument. I mean, losing to Oklahoma and losing to Ohio State potentially. Those are two pretty good win or losses. And then even USC is not terrible. It just kind of depends on how everything else pans out. I think we'll have a better idea, obviously, as we get closer to the end of the regular season. But
Yeah, I mean it's gonna teams are gonna start eating each other alive. That's just the way it's gonna happen.
the SEC, I feel like, has already done that.
Yeah,
Like
but it's
with
gonna get even
Florida beating Texas, Texas beating Oklahoma. It's just like, oh my gosh,
but it's gonna get crazier because you have these ranked matchups now, like
yeah,
moving forward, and we'll talk about a couple of them coming up. But I would say I have three teams that have the most to prove. I think I agree with you on LSU, and based off because it's like you have two losses as of right now. You do not want to fall into the what you have the other times Brian Kelly's been there, where it's like you end up 8-4, 9-3, or you could end up 7-5. Like you never really
yeah,
know. So you don't want to fall into that. You're trying to prove like we can keep this thing going. We're not a bad team, but we'll see. Notre Dame, I agree with you, just based off of like, look, you've gotten through the meteor schedule. Now its expectation is you make the playoff now, and you should really dominate from here on out. You're going to be
yep,
favored in all the other games. I think Pitt's going to be a tricky game at Pitt. I'm assuming that's going to be. They're probably going to try and make that a night game. Like I said, I think Pitt will be ranked at that time in the ACC. So that's like your trickiest game moving forward. So that's going to be it. But you have, like, look, you got through USC, you beat them by 10 points. Now you have to move on and now you have to prove it. And then
yep.
I'd say my last team is Florida State
Okay,
because Florida State, the AD has come out and said, we're back. We are backing Mike Norvell right now. We're not going to make a decision till the end of the year. So basically, Florida State, Mike Norvell, you have to make it look like you can at least show some sort of life or you're fired.
yeah,
So you have to prove that like you can do something. I would fire them anyways, personally, just based off of what they were last year, what they've been so far this year. Like 4 losses in a row. You lose to Stanford. You lose to Stanford.
you who lost to Hawaii.
Yeah, like you're bad and it's not good. And now they're coming out and saying, hey guys, like we're committed with him right now. It's like, yeah, you're committed with him right now because you don't want to buy him out as of right now.
Right.
But you have to prove something if you are Florida State. Like to
Well, and I
me,
think it could. Oh, my bad, but I think it could also be like kind of what you were saying too. It's like if you fire him, then an interim coach comes in. They look really good. Now you're kind of stuck with that guy.
yeah. Because I mean, so they don't play this weekend. Thank God. Nobody wants to watch them. They play Wake Forest, who's 4-2 next week. Then they play at Clemson, Virginia Tech at home, at NC State, and at Florida. Like you have to at least go 3-2.
Yeah.
And at that point, you're 6-6 on the year. And do you really get to keep your job at Florida
No.
State if you're 6-6? So,
Especially when you start the year beating Alabama.
and you were like 2-10, 1-11 last year.
Yeah.
And one of the worst teams I've ever watched, like with my own
Yeah, they
eyes.
were
It
terrible.
wasn't even like they were even there. So those are my three teams where it's like make it or break it.
Yep.
It's on
Yep.
you. It's in your hands. Like Mike Norvell, if you want to keep your job at Florida State, win out. Notre
Yep.
Dame, you want to make the playoff and prove you're a big dog still, win out. LSU, prove that you can have some sort of life and retain the ship. And if you're Brian Kelly, prove that, like, hey, when I lose, it just doesn't come all crumbling down. We can win and lose at the same time.
Yeah.
All right, now moving into the games of the week, I will start this by saying Jerry never sent me his picks, so I don't know how we're
So
going to do that. I don't
he
know if
just he loses half point for all of them.
I think he's going to do half a point, so he better hope he has a great week to retain his life. The best he can go is 3-0.
Yep.
It's the best he can go. That's just how we're going to do it. All
Yep.
right, we start out with a little American Conference game for maybe the last playoff spot. Number
Ooh.
18, South Florida, 4.5-point favorite at Memphis is a nooner on ESPN2.
I have faith in South Florida. I think that it's going to be a conversation where it's, South Florida coming in and there's going to be a conversation with them and maybe like a Texas to get into the college football playoff, or a Michigan or something like that. I see this happening. I can see it in my third eye. So in order for that to happen, they can't drop it here to Memphis. So I'm going to take South Florida with the win over Memphis.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a tricky game for USF. I don't think it's gonna be easy at all. Um, Playing at noon helps you. Um, I think it's gonna be a really close game. I think this game like comes down to a field goal, but I think USF is going to win it as well. But it's gonna be close. This is gonna be like a nail biter to the end, where you're gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, like what a game!" But USF wins it. All right, your number 11 BYU Cougars at Iowa State. Iowa State's a 2.5 point favorite. This game's at 3:30 p.m. on Fox.
I every time I bet against BYU, they win. Every time I bet for them, they win. And Iowa State, dude, I started off really high with the Farmageddon. I was really impressed with Rocco. But as of late, man, they just haven't looked like they did week 0. Um, so I'm gonna actually go with my boy number 47 BYU to win this game.
Yeah, this is one of those games where it's like BYU has to lose at some point, right? And they may not, but it's like you just think it's like okay, they have to lose at some point. There's no way they could go all the way in the Big 12 and win. They could. They have a freshman who's playing really good. I love their coach Kalani Sitake. I think he'll be the UCLA coach by the end of the year. I think that's
Ooh.
going to happen. Um, but I'm going to go with Iowa State just because they're at home. I like Matt Campbell, Rocco Beck. I think that they're ready for a bounce back. They're ready for a big one. This is going to be an ugly game. It's going to be gross. It's going to be nasty. And I think
Like the
Iowa
number
State.
47 on a quarterback.
Yeah, it's going to look gross. It's going to look nasty. And I think that they pull it out, the Iowa State Cyclones. All right, speaking of LSU, they have number 3 Texas A&M, who's a 2.5 point favorite. At number 20 LSU, this game's at night, 7:30 p.m. on ABC, Death Valley. Mike Elko, former Brian Kelly assistant.
This one's hard for me because um I think if they were at Texas A&M, this would be kind of a no-brainer for me. But at LSU, but I could see a loss here being kind of the nail in the coffin, though. Losing at LSU, I think Texas A&M is a heck of a football team. But LSU is supposed to be a heck of a football team as well. I really like Texas A&M. If they can come to Notre Dame and win, I think they can go to LSU and win. So I'm gonna take Texas A&M, and this continues to improve Notre Dame's resume.
Yeah, I think LSU covers is what Jonathan says. I will
Mm,
say I rode with Brian Kelly, and he's burned my ass the last couple of weeks riding with him. I thought they'd beat Vandy. Didn't happen. They're playing at home. I think that helps them. The night game. Whit Weeks, I don't know if he'll play in this game. I don't think it really matters. I like A&M as well. I just think there's something about A&M going in there. I do. Well, I think it'd probably be a little bit harder to play at LSU than it is at Notre Dame, just based off
yeah,
of probably a little bit louder.
SEC
Um,
baby just means more.
but I just cannot trust Brian Kelly and LSU.
Nope.
I just can't. And Texas A&M's really good, and they've been tested in the SEC, and they've kind of. I mean, it's been close games, right? Like they barely beat Arkansas last week, but they're finding ways to win. They're a very good team. They're figuring it out. So I'm going to go with Texas A&M as well. All right, back to the Big 12. Houston at number 24, Arizona State. Arizona State's a 6.5 point favorite. This game's at 8 p.m. on ESPN2.
This would be such a Big 12 thing for Arizona State to lose here.
Yeah, I think Houston is like one loss. I think.
It would, I think that Arizona State's kind of found a little bit of an identity in momentum with this Texas Tech win. But it's the Big 12, dude. And Big 12 is freaky. It's nasty. But I am going to go with Arizona State here to beat Houston at Arizona State.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you on Arizona State. Sam Levitt's back, played really good. They're coming off the big win to Texas Tech. They have players. Jordan Tyson at wide receiver. Uh, they have the track record of like backs against the wall. Like nobody knows what we can. Like nobody believes in us. We can do this. Scrapping their way back into it. So I like Arizona State a lot. And yeah, Houston's unknown. They're probably going to put up a lot of points. It's going to be gross, but Arizona State, I think, comes out the winner. All right, we end here with two big SEC matchups. Number 8, Ole Miss at number 13, Oklahoma. Oklahoma's a 4.5 point favorite. Over under is 54.5, and this game is on noon on ABC. We've lost Trevor. He is gone. He's
Okay,
back.
technical difficulties. People keep calling
That's a
me.
problem. That's a problem. This is live production. Cannot have that. We've already had this show should have been named the technical difficulty show. And he's gone again. All right. So I will say, can Old Miss bounce back with the loss to Georgia where they were up? They lose. And then I with Oklahoma is John Mateer fully healthy? I think that's the biggest thing going into this game is how Oklahoma can kind of find themselves here. We figure things out. Yep, people are commenting. No, this is just a technical difficulty show. Everything's going wrong. He's back. Did he tell somebody he couldn't talk to them? Yep. No, I can't hear. He can't hear me. Yep. Yep. He's gone.
Okay, we're good.
All right, we're back.
Sorry, she called me. It's me. It's my grandmother.
Uh huh. For live
She's
production.
FaceTiming me to see how the dogs are doing. Probably, I had to answer so she'd stop calling me.
Yeah, tell her 15 minutes. 10, 15
That's
minutes.
exactly what I said.
No, so my biggest
Did you
questions
go?
for this
Okay.
game. No, I would just my biggest questions were: can Old Miss bounce back after having a lead against my headphone falls off after having a lead against Georgia and then losing it, and then John Mateer is fully healthy for Oklahoma.
Yeah. So did you
I've
pick
not
anybody?
picked yet.
Okay.
Johnson says I'm taking Oklahoma and not on the Lane train. Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. Lane has a lot of distractions right now. Of like, is he gonna be the Florida coach? Is he gonna be the Penn State coach? Is he gonna be this coach?
Do you think our thumbnail is feeding into that from last weekend of Lane Kiffin?
No. So there's been like reports that like Florida, he's like number one was Marcus Freeman. He said no, and number two is Lane.
And number 3, John Gruden, baby.
I don't know about all that.
So dang man. I still have a lot of question marks about John Mateer. I don't know if he's gotten the right. I think he got rushed. Like we said against Texas, when he first got that injury, we marked him down as not playing against Texas.
Yep.
He didn't look great against Texas. I think he came back too early. Ole Miss is another very good football team. So if he is not 100, they need John Mateer to be 100% to win this game. I don't think he's at 100%. So I may not be on the Lane train along with Jonathan, but I am definitely not on the train that John Mateer is 100% ready to go right now. So I'm going to take. Oh, this is so hard because they're at Oklahoma.
It's noon though. It's a noon
Yeah,
game.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Ole Miss. I don't trust John Mateer's ready to go again. Ole Miss is a really good team. You got to have John Mateer at 100% to win this game.
Yeah, I think this game is gonna be. It's like strength for strength. It's like the offense of Old Miss and Lane Kiffin versus Brent Venables in the defense of Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Which one can kind of step up and play? How does Trinidad Chambliss do? Um, did really well against Georgia. Georgia's defense probably is not as good as Oklahoma's. Crazy to think about it, as I'm now
Yeah.
like gonna be lost in this thing again, as I'm one bar. So I'm gonna pick Old Miss in this game. I just
Okay.
do not trust
Ooh.
Oklahoma, and I don't know. It's just I think Lane's kind of got some things figured out, and I think they're gonna get a nice bounce back after almost losing or after losing to Georgia last week.
Yep.
All right, our last game here. This game is also college game day. Jerry's not here to give us his pick. I can already tell you which way he'd go. It'd be number 15 Missouri
Oh, you should have said
uh,
Vanderbilt. We were just making
at
that being so funny.
number 10 Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt is a 2.5 point favorite. Over under is 52.5. This game's at 3:30 p.m. on ESPN. My question is, why is this game not on ABC? What is on ABC at 3:30 that is a better game than this?
That's a good point.
I'm
I don't
looking
know.
right now. Oh, Alabama, South Carolina is on ABC.
Ew.
Yeah, let's flex that a little bit. We got some flex
Yeah.
action here. I don't care about Alabama. Give me this game.
Yeah. That's gross. I don't like the South. I don't like anything that's to do with South Carolina. I'm not a fan of right now. Um, but except for Darius Rucker.
Of course, why not?
Um, but I mean, is anyone surprised on where we're going to go with this one? After we've been gloating about Vanderbilt all night. Um, again, Clark Lee, amazing coach. Um, now I will say, Missouri didn't look too shabby against the old Alabama Rolling Tide. And I would say that they potentially looked better against them than Vanderbilt did. But I just, I, I'm tempted to roll with Missouri because I can already hear Jerry if Missouri wins. But I'm going to go with my gut. Clark Lee's a phenomenal coach. Diego Pavia is playing his you know what off. So we're gonna go. I'm gonna go Vanderbilt.
Yeah, this game's actually tough. I don't know actually what to pick. I'm trying to figure it out. Johnson says Vandy in a blowout.
Oof.
Um, I don't know if they'll blow them out.
I think this game's gonna be close.
It's gonna be close. This game's gonna be real close. Probably gonna be to like the last second. My two questions for this was like, is Mizzou for real? And then my other question is Vandy for real? Um, my the problem is it's at Vanderbilt. I think if it's at Missouri, maybe a
Yeah.
different story.
Yep.
Um, I do trust Diego Pavia more than I trust Bo Perbula, the Missouri quarterback.
Yep.
I also every time I pick Missouri, they lose. I feel like I always ride with Missouri, and I'm like, oh, let's ride with them. Let's be cute. Like let's figure this out. And then it just never really works out. 3:30 on ESPN. I think this is gross. I think it's a close game. I'm glad that I don't really have a dog in the fight because I'd probably have a heart attack while watching this game. See, this one's tough
Here,
because
but hey, this is your Diego Pavia Heisman moment
it's
potentially.
one of them. Yeah, it could be one of them. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Vandy to win this game, and they'll probably lose like two. But I think Vandy wins. I think them at home gives them a big event. Them beating LSU at home last week, I think is a big advantage. Granted, do I think Missouri played at home like against LSU? Do I think they'd beat them? Yes. Looking at Vanderbilt's schedule here, they're Missouri at home, at Texas, Auburn, by Kentucky, at Tennessee. So their schedule is going to be rough. Um, Looking at Mizzou's schedule here, at Vandy, bye week, A&M, Mississippi State, at Oklahoma, at Arkansas. So
Mm,
John says, when are you going to learn to start listening? Yeah, I mean, I am listening. I'm riding with Vandy. Jerry's probably going to end up looking like the smart guy in this one.
yeah.
I don't know any of his other picks, but I can tell you that pick.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with Vandy. I just think them at home, Diego Pavia, I trust a little bit more. But it's gonna be that game's gonna be a fun game to watch.
Yeah, I agree. I'll definitely be tuned in for this one for our boy Gerald.
Yeah, why not? Why not? I do have something that I forgot to say too during the NBA part. I thought this was kind of cool. Let me find it here on my phone. This is from Shams.
Mm.
The NBA will return to painting the Larry O'Brien Trophy at center court and final script logo on the home team's floor for the finals starting this season.
Well, this is something we complained about.
Yes, the last time the large trophy was painted on the court was 2009.
So not only are we in the Michigan locker room, but we're also in the NBA office.
Clearly, they listen. They know what the people want. We are men of the people. We're the show of the
Yeah.
people.
Yep.
We, give voice to the voiceless.
Mm-hmm.
People learn about who we are just
Mm-hmm.
through everything. Big brains. Clearly, they listened, and I'm excited about that.
Yeah, me too. And it brings the just that simple change alone makes the finals feel like the finals.
Yeah, I don't know who like has the finals. I don't know if it's ABC. I wished it was NBC. They did a really good job opening night, I will say.
Yeah.
Let me see who has what would that be? The 2026 NBA Finals
Yep.
broadcast. ABC holds the exclusive rights for the NBA Finals through at least 2036. Gross.
Woo!
So yeah. So gross. So yeah, ABC has the exclusive rights. ESPN, NBC, and Prime Video will share the rights to earlier playoff rounds. And then I'm assuming they'll figure it out as it goes on. Oh, gross.
That is pretty disgusting.
So, but yeah, the The trophy will be back on. Yeah, I think that helps like make it a thing, and they don't have to do the fake finals thing that they did after game one of this last year's final.
Yeah.
You have to make it feel different. Like the
Yes.
World Series Friday, it's gonna feel different than any other baseball game we've watched so far.
Yep. Yep.
Super Bowl, it's completely different. Everything
It's a
about it is different.
it's a spectacle, and that's what the
Yes.
NBA Finals should be. It's you remember where you were when you were watching it. World Series, um, a Super Bowl, freaking World Cup, dude.
Yeah,
You
everything.
remember where you were when you were watching it. Last year, I couldn't tell you where I was, probably in my bed watching the NBA Finals, and it felt like a normal NBA weekday game because
Yeah,
there is no celebration. There is no, and again, we can go back to our conspiracy theory that it was because it was two small market teams. Um, but it's there's supposed to be a feeling of wow, dude. And I mean, I know there hasn't been. Would you say 2009?
2009.
I mean, but even I mean, back in the day, the Spurs Heat, dude. I remember where I was, Spurs Heat, dude.
Yeah.
And that feeling of this is the best team, the best teams in the league, and this is for a championship. Last year, it almost makes you feel like you don't care who wins.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, cool story. Like whatever.
Yeah. When this World Series comes on, right now I have no dogs in the fight. But I will tell you that once that World Series starts, I'm going to pick a team and I'm going to cheer for them
Yeah, I
because
mean,
it's just different.
it's what you want. Like what makes the Final Four so spectacular? It goes from arenas to stadiums.
Yes.
It like
Yes.
makes it even bigger. And the people that go and watch and they're like, "Oh my god, my tickets are bad." That's on you. But
Mhm.
it's like it makes it a big moment, a big game, and that's what we want. And just give us simple things, right? Like make the presentation a little different. Paint the thing on, paint the trophy on the court. Bring the patch back on the jersey. Like just those simple things.
Yes.
Do you know who was in the 2009 finals?
Okay. So 2000, I gotta go back. 2009. Can you tell me who was in 2008?
I can tell you who won in 2008.
Yes.
The Celtics.
Oh my God. Okay. I'm gonna go because it's 2 years before LeBron goes to Miami, correct?
Yeah.
Was it, dude? I actually was it Celtics Lakers? I don't know.
No, that would have been 2010.
Oh,
This year was the Magic Lakers.
was that Dwight Howard's rookie
Dwight
season?
Howard. No, no, no.
Oh,
Dwight Howard's rookie in like 2005,
oh yeah,
2004.
yeah, 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 yeah.
It was like his prime. That's just like what it is.
I got you.
No, that was the Lakers Magic. Creepyfoot says y'all been commenting. It's nothing has worked this show.
Yeah, and you know what? Wednesday nights just mean more. I'm
Yeah,
just kidding. We love Jerry. We miss Jerry.
they're just
Jerry's great.
wacky. Good thing
Yeah,
we didn't have Sabrina this week.
yeah,
We'll have
yeah.
to iron out the bugs.
I need to get back in my dad's office and get a laptop before Sabrina shows up.
Yeah, so that is the plan next week is Sabrina Hoover, WNDU reporter. She's either going to join us or we're going to have stuff from her to use. We'll talk Notre Dame. Hopefully, we can get her on live and we can talk everything with her. That'd be very fun to see her uh, thought on things. She's from Texas, went to Texas Tech, so it'll be interesting to see have that perspective. Is we're the voices of the North.
Mm,
That's just who we are. So
that's
hopefully,
true.
hopefully she walks into the dojo here
Yes.
and understands like what we.
Usually we have a no girls allowed sign up.
Yeah, but if you like sports, we'll bring you in.
But we'll bring in Sabrina.
Yeah, welcome to the church. Creepy photo says it worked out.
Just means more.
Yes, good thing Sabrina not here with the technical shoe.
You. Yeah.
Yeah,
No one is not allowed to comment.
shoe.
There we go. Now this is I'm fine with as long as you correct yourself.
Technical shoe.
I think honestly, this is the first time Nolan has corrected himself. Usually he just leaves it up to our interpretation. It's like a Picasso painting. It's like you don't know what it means. It means something different to everyone.
Yeah, yeah. Typing should be taken from. Yeah, just voice it.
Yeah, like my grandma.
That's the thing. Voicing is fine. I will end on this though.
Yes, double quarter pounder with cheese, extra cheese, no pickle is crazy. Like,
Yeah.
get the pickle, dude. You're already taking down.
Extra cheese and no pickle.
You're already taking down
You need another
4,000 and a
slice of
half
cheese?
calories.
You need another slice of cheese? Well, I end with that. As always, thanks for watching.
Peace.